Another year, another Galaxy Note, but for 2019 Samsung has two versions of its segment-founding phablet. The Galaxy Note 10 has a 6.3-inch screen in roughly the same footprint as a Galaxy S10, while the Galaxy Note 10 Plus gets a 6.8-inch screen. That makes it the biggest display on a Note series phone so far. Both use an Infinity O dynamic AMOLED panel, HDR10 Plus certified with an in-display ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, no more fumbling on the back to scan your finger. Later in the year there'll be a Note 10 Plus 5G, initially a Verizon exclusive. As you'd expect, it's Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 inside, and Samsung gives some crazy memory options. You can have up to 12GB of RAM and up to 512GB of storage, more than most laptops come with. Only the Note 10 Plus gets a microSD card slot mind. Redesigned and easier to hold, the updated S Pen remains the Note's biggest selling point. Now it supports air actions, with sensors tracking your gestures. Not only can you use the S Pen as a remote control to take a photo, for instance, you can also control zoom and camera modes. Samsung is hoping third-party developers will pick up its Air Actions SDK for their own apps. The S10's main purpose remains note-taking though, and Samsung Notes has gained a few new features. Most useful is the ability to convert handwriting to text and to export to Word. It should make sharing your Note 10 content with those outside the ecosystem a whole lot easier. If you used a Galaxy S10, the cameras on the Note 10 shouldn't come as much of a surprise. Both versions get an ultra-wide, wide and telephoto camera on the back, with the Note 10 Plus adding a depth vision camera too. A 10-megapixel selfie camera is on the front. The new Note also inherits the super steady stabilization from the S10, and you can now apply the live focus filters to video as well as stills. AR Doodle allows you to sketch right on top of clips and have those doodles either track a person as they move, even in and out of the frame, or stay fixed in place so you can move around them. A new native video editor should cover the basics, or there's a version of Adobe Rush optimized for the Note 10. You can use that and many other apps with the new DeX for PC. Samsung has been pushing the Note series as a laptop alternative for years now, but now you can integrate the Note 10 with your Windows or Mac via a single USB cable, using phone and PC apps side by side and dragging and dropping between the two. Linked to Windows, meanwhile, wirelessly brings your messages, notifications, screen mirroring and recent photos to your PC. In short, there are a lot of reasons why you might be using your Note 10 plenty, and the batteries are scaled to keep up. The Note 10 has a 3500 mAh pack, while the Note 10 Plus bumps that up to 4300. Both support superfast charging for wired and wireless, and the S10 donates its useful wireless power share feature too. Samsung has big expectations for the Note 10 series. Note buyers are some of the company's most loyal customers, counting on their phablets having the latest and greatest to justify the size both of the hit on their wallet and the phone in their pocket. What I'm left wondering though is whether there's enough to distinguish the Note 10 in 2019. The Galaxy S10 basically does everything the new Note does, aside from the S Pen, and rival phone makers have cameras and performance that equal its abilities. That's not to say that this isn't the best phablet Samsung has made so far, but more to question just how large and how loyal its audience will actually be. Down the line, meanwhile, Samsung has something which may even overshadow the Note 10. The Samsung Galaxy Fold hardly got off to a great start, but when it arrives later this year, the folding flagship will occupy the top spot in the company's range. That's the throne the Note could once have counted on. As the displays on the Note series get bigger, the question I have to ask is whether we're reaching the limit of a single panel. I wouldn't be surprised to see Samsung's Note and Fold lines converge even, bringing the best of a larger display and a useful stylus together. This may not be the last of the non-folding Galaxy Note series, but just how long the form factor has left will probably depend on the reception the Galaxy Fold gets later on in this year. For now though, Note 10 pre-orders open on August 8th. As you might expect, none of this cutting-edge tech will come cheap. The Note 10 will start at $949, while the Note 10 Plus starts at $1,099. They'll both start shipping come August 23rd.